So the frets are done and neck been attached to the guitar and strings on. The bridge is on. So it does actually make a sound. It sort of intonates. I haven't adjusted yet, but close enough. I know I could get it in. Quite a bit excited. But it does sound like a regular guitar. It is not a magic guitar. Okay, so setting up the guitar now to make sure it'll play. Some of the issues, well, so first of all, is intonation, right? So the way these screws are positioned, there's a basically there's two holes where you could set this whole thing in. So basically you can get it up here or you can get it down here. In the middle there's actually a zone where you can't adjust, because there should really be a third screw hole in the middle on the plate to allow it to connect. So you could basically drill it out and tap it. Not a big deal, but I didn't want to because it was more work. In any case, so trying to set the intonation has been kind of a key component. So basically I'm trying to just use the hole on the plate on the upper row here to intonate everything. So this one is almost at the max of where the bridge could come this way, and this one is almost at the max of where the bridge could go that way. So basically did a lot of calculation to make sure, well, did the best of my ability to be able to use the existing screw hole in the plate so I didn't have to make additional, and I was able to intonate this thing correctly. So that's bravo. Let's see, probably there was an off in the calculation where the neck became maybe a little bit thinner at the pocket area. So as a result, the string angle was, let's see, essentially the strings were too high with the bridge bottomed out and the neck installed properly. So basically I had to, if this was a neck, it was basically pointing too low. So, and I can't go lower on this. So the choice is to either route this again and go lower, or to shim the neck basically. So the end of the neck would come up this way. So the strings will be shooting high. But as I have not finished the neck yet, basically what I did was I just sanded down the neck. So to make it thinner towards the 12th fret, I guess, or the headstock, which it doesn't have, and make it thicker towards the bridge. I probably took out, at the 20th fret, I probably took out about 1 millimeter of thickness in order to get the neck angle. So with that, now with the bridge where it was originally, this is basically bottomed out. All the strings are in contact with the fretboard. So now I have to bring the bridge up to adjust it. So now I do know that, let's see, even if the string is so low that it's touching the fretboard, the bridge can go lower, right? Another thing I noticed on this one was this tremolo claw that came with this thing. Basically this is so flimsy that these claws were actually bending away. I wonder if I could do it with my finger. It's such a thin piece. So basically I took a piece from another piece I had in inventory or stock. I'm not sure where it came from, but this is much thicker, so this is not bending at all. Also chamfered the hole here because it was basically too thin to keep it sharp, and then it was chipping away, right? So basically rounding it over to give it more strength. And what else did I do? So when I had the what the heck is this? When I had this thing on my belt sander, basically to sand away, to make this thing thinner on this side than it is on the neck, on the bridge side, some of these, and I have to take the strings off, right? So some of these grub screw actually fell out from the vibration of the sander. Actually 3 of them fell out. Luckily I found it on the floor or on the ground, So it was okay, but be careful that when you sand and add a lot of vibration to the neck, that when the grub screw is loose, you could lose it. So I think that is it. This is a little piece I made to lock the bridge in place so it won't fall off. So aside from that, now I haven't really set the bridge up, but the guitar should be good in terms of setup and everything. A little bit more adjustment, then some sanding and steaming out some of the dents I put in, not intentionally, and then going into the finish cycle, I guess. So almost at the halfway point. Okay, bye. Okay, so I don't remember if I filmed the guitar put together, but anyways, it is apart one last time, going into finish. Basically, I need to sand this quite a bit, steam out some of the dents, and thinking of putting in a full maple edge. In other words, tape mask the side of the guitar to make it look like it's a white binding, maple exposed. Not really sure what color this is going to be. Trying to make it sort of avant-garde, right? Shape is avant-garde, so natural finish amber is probably not suited. So purple, pink, probably not. A little bit too much. Probably blue, teal, green area is my guess of what it's going to be. Let's see. So the neck is bird's eye maple, and has come off. And I have played this guitar for a while to make sure it sets up. The tremolo is kind of heavy, and it wasn't meant to be a headbanging guitar with dive down tremolo or anything like that. Was hoping to just wiggle it a little bit for vibrato, but I don't know if that's going to happen. And that may be because of the position of the saddles versus the pivot point. Anyways, it's okay, because originally, it was never meant to be a tremolo guitar, but just put it in there only because I like the vibration sound from the springs, and like the opportunity or the future possibility to trim down if I wanted to. So anyways, there's going to be quite a bit of sanding, quite a bit of steaming out the dents. I did put in quite a bit of dents. This is already, let's see, I started the build in December, probably like right before Christmas, December 20th. So today is May 24th or something. So that's what, 6 months or 5 months? Well, I don't know. Already to get to this point. Of course, been busy with other projects and all that kind of thing, but it does take quite a bit of time to build one of these guitars. Okay, on my Ovation tribute, let's see. I am trying to prepare to start getting this thing finished. And I'm right now steaming out all of the dents. Something like here. Bunch here. This V here. A lot of rough handling here. I wonder who did it, right? Anyway, they'll see. This is kind of very evident. Let's see if I could take that out. Let's see. Juice it up a little bit. I'm going to be using steam, right? Now, can I do this one-handed? This is a soldering iron. So basically, you're generating steam and trying to expand the wood fibers. That's what we're trying to do, and it looks like it's gone. Let's And let's see. Maybe, I don't know if that's a dent or just a discoloration. Yeah, it's a discoloration. Anyways, that's how you steam out wood. Here is the maple top. It doesn't move around very much, but actually it is quite a dramatic top. Maybe I do go with natural. Here's the bird's eye maple. Not as impressive as the top. And here are the lids. So for the Ovation tribute, I'm making the logo, the JTM Creations logo. So basically, let's see what I'll be doing. So this is the J, this is the T, this is the M. We got one set that's going to be inlaid into the body, and then one set that's going to be inlaid into the back of the neck. And this is Indian rosewood, this is Gabon ebony, and this is cocobolo. So basically 3 different color wood for my initials. And what I did here was basically printed this out, cut all the outlines out so I have shape. These are all super glued on, and now I have to cut it out. Usually I use a jewelry I can't even pronounce it, jewelry saw used for cutting pearl, but this is wood, so I'm just gonna try my bandsaw to see if I could save hours and hours of sawing and maybe have it done in minutes, or it'll all break or something. So here are the 2 logos. That's this size, larger, large, mid, small. Anyways, making this for the body and this for the neck. So this is the one for the body, and this is one for the neck. Did it with a bandsaw. Not a good idea. Use a scroll saw, or actually, if I was to do it again, I'll just use my jewelry saw. It's not that much work to cut wood with the jewelry saw, and also the cut's much smoother, so I'll be doing a lot less cleanup than I have to do with the coarse blade mark that I got with the bandsaw. But anyways, and of course it broke in a few places, but you know, with wood you could just glue it back together, so it's not a big deal. Also with pearl, doesn't really matter either. Okay, so looking at the clock, I think it's about 4 hours from the time I printed this thing out. Put the wood together, and so this is the actual inlay. You can see that it has thickness. This is a small one. This is the large one. And yeah, it's about 4 hours for these. Kind of surprised how long it took, but I guess that's what it takes. So this is where the inlay will go. This will be sort of the upper bout. I will inlay the darker wood color. Maple is very lightweight, light colored, so you should be able to see. And on the neck, there's a bolt-on side, the back of the neck, since there's nothing in the front. I guess I could have done it as an inlay, but it's kind of small. And it's upside down only because in the playing position it looks upright. So basically I'm probably going to inlay it around here. Need to figure out how to I made this thing intentionally thicker because of the curvature of the neck. It has to be, so if the hole or the channel I cut for this thing is gonna be flat bottom, but there is a curvature. So towards the edge on the either side, if I don't have enough thickness, I'm just gonna sand through and there's not gonna be any logo. Okay, anyways, that's what it is. So now I'm working on inlaying my logo here. Basically cut it off the piece of paper. I super glued it onto the body, traced it with a mechanical pencil. Let's see, the gluing part. They're all breaking up. It won't come off. I can't do this one-handed. Yeah. So, coming off part. You see a dot of super glue there and the cutout. So I have to cut inside the lines and should be able to inlay. So I've been filing down at this a little bit. This is the inlay and it's covered in black epoxy. So basically filing it down so I could get it almost flush to the surface. I'll be able to tell because of the tape will start tearing away if I'm too close. And here after some sanding, got the inlay. Again, this is the J is rosewood, T is ebony, M is cocobolo.